I wrote this song for the moment that I'm on, when I won't have to say the words, cause my fans just sing along. Kinda crazy, we work hard just to be lazy. I 8 miles just to be shady. Now I'm full, got that magic like McGrady. Got oxygen in my lungs in a 3-point stance, so when they shoot that fucking gun, you will not find.
Welcome back to my NBA 2K16 team creation. Today we are curating the Baylor Bears. We're designing the uniforms, the arenas, adding the roster to every available 2K player that is from Baylor. All for one episode. I even decided to add Isaiah Austin to this roster. This man was one of my favorite college players when I was in high school, and it's pretty unfortunate that he'll never be able to play in the NBA. All that aside, you're probably asking yourself, how do I make this? How do I make this team for myself? Well, it's pretty unfortunate as well that 2K doesn't allow you, the viewer, or anyone to download a certain team, a certain jersey, or a certain arena design off 2K. Hopefully they implement something like that in 2K17, because the amount of requests I get to, can you upload this to Xbox? Can you upload this to PS4? Can you email me this? I'm not going to be doing any of that. There's a good friend of mine called Google. You might be able to use that to find these images. All you have to type in Baylor Bears PNG, or if you're on PlayStation 4, all you have to type in is Enviers without the E to the search engine to be able to find every single image that I have used thus far. And if you don't know how to use Google or type in my gamer tag on PlayStation, there's a thing called the popular section that has the majority of the big schools' emblems, such as Baylor, Duke, Kentucky, etc. Only the big schools. It's understandable that people would want some of my other stuff, but for a team like this, the Baylor Bears, it's the logo. I found it in the popular section, so I'm pretty sure you're able to do so as well. And I've seen a lot of people design the Baylor Bears court and uniforms, but I haven't seen anyone design the way that I'm designing this. Like, this was back in the Quincy Acey, Quincy Miller, Pierre Jackson days of the NCAA tournament, and I really went for that feel. I went for the court design feel and the uniforms, the bright neon uniforms, like the black camo uniforms as well. You probably won't be able to see it necessarily on the black uniforms in the gameplay, but hopefully when I zoom in on it, you'll be able to see the camo. It has like a dark orange, yellow, greenish type camo to it. And it's just the little things like that make these uniforms perfection. Out of the two uniforms, the home neon and the away black, I personally love the home neon jerseys just because of the fact that they look exactly like the real life uniforms. I know Baylor loves all these bright colored uniforms, and they usually switch up the jerseys every other game or something like that, but I decided to pay my respects to these beautiful neon jerseys, and hopefully they bring them back. I know they have these yellow ones, and other teams such as Oregon rocks the neon colors, but I really like these neon colored jerseys, and hopefully you're able to appreciate it as well. Spot on. And the court, however, it's a nice court. It's a darker themed court, because the new court for Baylor, they have just the text that says Baylor. They don't have the whole huge letters of BU, and I personally like that because they had the inside the 3-point line, it was a darker shade of wood than outside behind the 3-point line, which is why, like I said, I made the old school Baylor Bears with Quincy Acey, Quincy Miller. I wouldn't necessarily call it old school. It was just a few years ago, but I really like that court design, these jersey designs, and hopefully you guys are able to appreciate it and make it yourself. So it is March Madness. I'm going to be creating a lot more college teams in the month of March. In NBA 2K16, the Baylor Bears are going up against Yale, a 5-12 seed. Baylor obviously are the favorites to win, but last year they got upset by RJ Hunter's deep three. I was expecting the Baylor Bears to make it to the third round. This year, I'm not expecting much from the Baylor Bears. Maybe they could surprise me and get to the third round this year, but for sure I got them beating Yale. I wouldn't say for sure because it is March Madness, anything can happen. But personally, I have the Baylor Bears getting out of the first round and then ultimately losing to Duke in the second. That's a tough second round. The Baylor got the big guys, and Duke has shooters like Brandon Ingram and Grayson Allen. So we'll see how far Baylor gets in this NCAA tournament. With that said, I got another Texas team coming next episode, but feel free to leave any suggestions for college teams in the NCAA tournament this year in the comment section below, and I might make them. I might make all of them. Probably not all of them, considering I don't got that time. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.